Hi YouTube, we're back with another video. First things first, you might hear that my voice is a bit different than usual. That's because I had a tonsil removal surgery, and thus my voice is a little bit more quiet, a little bit more rough, and it hurts a bit to speak, but I still wanted to start making videos again because it has been a while with this surgery, with exams. So let's get started. So this is going to be part of a series that I'm going to do where I'm going to be talking about a Vladimir matchup specifically. They could be in the mid lane, they could be in the top lane, but I just want to create some Vladimir matchup guides. For today's video, we're going to be looking at the Vladimir versus Gragas lane matchup here and how you should play it. I'm not going to play it perfectly. This is Diamond 2 Elo. This was the first game of the session that I played, so I'm not going to play it perfectly. But there are some pointers that I really want to talk about and how you can win this matchup. So first things first, I feel like Gragas' top lane is a lot harder than mid lane, right? The lane is a lot longer, he has more outplay potential with phase rush, it's easy for him to escape. Mid lane, the lane is shorter, and it feels a bit easier, you know, just to navigate it. So yeah, it feels like this matchup in mid lane is relatively easy, and top lane it feels like a medium difficulty matchup. Now, you could do two things. So you might notice for the setup here, I have Ignite, Airy and Gathering Storm, but like early game aggressive setup, right, with Ignite. You could also go full scaling, right? You have the options. Top lane, I would typically just go with full scaling, like Phase Rush. In the mid lane, since the matchup is a bit easier in this lane, I feel like you could definitely go full aggression. But then I would advise, if you do go Airy, that you definitely pair it up with Ignite, otherwise you're going to have a hard time killing him. Because he does have a lot of sustain, right? Now in the mid lane, again, you can poke him a little bit easier. It's a little bit safer for you to trade with him than in the top lane. So therefore, going aggressive is something I prefer in the mid lane. But then going scaling and phase rush is something that I prefer in the top lane. First things first, I'm basically already making a mistake here, right? What you typically want to do is you want to stand next to the wave. We're going to do it for the rest of the lane, but here in the beginning, I do make the mistake. So you want to be standing next to the wave, like about here or here, so that he can't hit you and the wave at the same time with his Q, right? That's the idea behind it. So here, luckily, he doesn't hit us. We get a good trade onto him, and we just basically always try to poke him whenever he walks up to auto attack, to, like you see, we're getting Qs off onto him. That's what we basically want to do here. We get autos onto him. We have a ranged advantage on our auto attacks. So that's really what you want to do. You really want to abuse that in the early game here. So I'm going to speed it up here. You see how I position next to my wave, right? So that he can't hit me and the wave at the same time. And then if he misses it on me, he's not hitting the wave and he's not hitting me, which is amazing for me. That puts me in a really good spot. Here I W'd because another pointer in this matchup is that you try to W the Gragas E. Now Gragas kind of baited me by walking very close to me, and I thought he walked very close to me to make sure I can't react to his E. So then I have to predict it, right? But he kept on, he held on to it. He really waited very long, so I did my pull, and then he eats, so he's gonna hit it here, proc phase rush and get away from me. But in essence, you really want to W his E. Yeah, here I don't have my W, of course. Okay, we have our W again, so we can dodge his E if necessary. Again, we try to stand next to the wave. We try to set up some vision, of course, so we don't get ganked. He's getting low on mana here, he's getting low on HP, so we look to trade. Like whenever he walks up here to auto attack or whatever, we can just always punish him with a Q or an auto attack. So here again, he walks up, right? He doesn't have his Q, he just did it. He missed it on us, so he didn't do it on us. So now he's fully open to a very good trade. Right, and that's how he gets low. We try to shove in the wave. I do have some vision, so I feel comfortable to dive this. If you don't have vision, don't look to dive this. Of course, Vego could always flash over the Raptor camp, but it's 3:17 in the game. So Vego should be either here or like here, right? Depending on where he started clearing. And we just go for a typical flash combo with Ignite onto him and he is dead. Right, the wave is under. We don't have to like stay. We can just reset. I tend to buy boots of speed with a Dark Seal right now in the early game. It feels really good. The boots to catch up to him and to run away with him, to run away from him. And then the Dark Seal because it's an amazing item on all AP champions, you know, but definitely on Vladimir with his passive. So here we just clear the wave. And now it's just basically rinse and repeat. Of course, after level 6, the matchup is going to be a little bit different in the sense that if you W his E, he might still have ultimate. And then it's a question about when do you W his E? Well, if you're not in threat of getting like all-in by his ultimate, like if he can't kill you with his ultimate, then it's okay to W his E combo, right? But if you're like really low, it's probably a lot better to just play safe and make sure that you don't have to use your W for his E, but that you have your W for his ultimate, right? Also, if you're close to his third range, you should typically not W his E, or he will just ult you in his third range. Okay. So here again, we use our range advantage, right? If he doesn't have Q, we permanently auto-attack, we permanently Q, we're really aggressively looking. Like here he has Q, so I play a little bit safer, right? I also don't have too much vision. LeBlanc comes to gank us. We don't have W, and this is a bit sketchy right now, right? Because I don't have my W, so I can't dodge his E combo, so I play a little bit safe. Wait until I have my W up again. Yeah, I barely had it up, but it's fine. Okay. He missed his Q, so again, what do we do now? We walk up. We look to trade with him, yeah. He can't do those kind of things. If he misses his Q, he has nothing to keep us away from him. So then we just take free trades. Now, this is very important. Right now, these minions, I could just kill them and keep on pushing and look to dive him, but that's very risky, right? A Viego might just gank us and then we're dead. So it's a lot smarter to hold the wave on your side of the lane and then look to all-in him. So you don't have to dive. If you can, just hold the wave on your side of the lane and then look to kill him. Now, of course, sometimes they are so low that they just want to recall. And if you think they want to recall, then holding the wave on your side of the lane, yeah, it's not ideal because they're just going to recall. So then, if you know that he has like teleport, it's smarter to just push and keep him, prevent him from using his teleport basically, keep him in the third and then dive him anyway. But if he doesn't have teleport, he shouldn't recall here, because he will lose a lot of minions if I hold the wave here, so I know I can just hold the wave here and he will still walk up. So we hold the wave here and we look for an all-in angle, right? He's getting low, we just look for this all-in angle here in just a bit. He doesn't have Q right now, but the reason why I don't instantly walk up is because I don't have vision here. Viego cleared our vision. So I'm trying to play relatively safe here, but I do want to get my combo onto him. And the reason why I don't W here for this combo is because he still has ultimate. And if Viego is still here, and I W his E, maybe he ults me into Viego or something like that. That's why I don't use my W. So you see, after level 6, you can't always W his E. Like if you're safe, if you're full HP, you can, but... So here, let's quickly go back over that because that went pretty quick. Here he stays, he's low HP, so I really want to kill him. Here I W, and this is a little bit dangerous, because if he really wanted to, he could ult me under the third. The thing is, I had minions under his third, right? So if he ults me right now, I'm comfortable with doing this W, because if he ults me under his third, one, I'm not going to be like this deep under it, right? I'm going to be like here, which is fine. I'm going to take like one third shot. And in this case, I wouldn't even take a third shot, because there's still minions under the third, so it wouldn't focus me unless I damage the Gragas. So I'm completely fine with doing my W here. But it's always about, am I safe to do the W or not? So here again, just the same. He doesn't have Q, but I don't feel super comfortable walking up because I don't have my W, and he might just ult me under his third or ult me into his jungler or whatever, right? So here I'm not Wing his combo, right? Look, and now we just all in him and we have W to make sure we don't die by the third or anything like that, right? So that's typically how you play it after level 6. So those are the main pointers in this matchup. And yeah, at this point we just get fed and we get more and more fed, and it's just going to be rinse and repeat. So the pointers for this matchups are very simple. Mid lane is a bit easier than top lane. You could go full aggressive or scaling. I would go full scaling top lane, full aggressive in the mid lane. You typically want to stand next to the wave, so he has to choose whether he uses his Q onto you or on the wave. If he uses it on the wave, you have time to pressure him off the wave and take a very good trade. Pre-level 6, you mainly want to use your W to dodge his E, right? But after level 6, it becomes a bit more tricky, where if you use your W for his E, he could still ult you under his third or into his jungler. And then depending on how healthy you are or not, you could use your W for his ultimate and just let him hit the E or try to dodge the E or try to play safe, right? Those are the main pointers for this matchup. Hopefully that's clear. Now, if anybody has some tips, or if you have some specific tips for this matchup, let me know in the comments down below. Try to help out as many people here as possible in the comments, and that way everybody learns from this. Thank you for being here, leave a like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.